Good morning. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. We are having a full on groceries. We've got to finish these tamales. We got one batch done. We got one more to go. We got Cowboys game, church, and I got to put away my laundry. So let's get into it. Right now we are headed to, where are we going? Kroger or Walmart? We're headed to a grocery store to get just a few things. We are on a tight budget this week, the next 2 weeks, and so we're gonna try to get the bare minimum bread. What else? I forgot. Oh, bread and ramen. Bread and ramen. Really, we're literally on that kind of budget. But we're gonna make it work. We have plenty of food and we'll be okay. We just got to get the kids used to eating what we have. I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're about to watch our Cowboys, and we're sad because who's not playing, honey? Big offensive line. We've been doing great. We're 2-0, right, baby? We've been doing real good. Playing the Cardinals. Let's see how we do. Okay, I want to show y'all real quick what I got. My husband's watching the Cowboy game, but I want to squeeze this little haul in that I got. Let me show you. This is the cutest thing. I want to do something for I want to decorate my porch. So I got these at Dollar Tree. They were $5. I think they're so cute. I love the color. This is one of my favorite colors. I got 2 of them. So they're either going to go on my porch or inside, but for now I think I'm going to put them outside. And then I kind of tried different floral arrangements, but these are, I'm not I don't like the busyness of different florals, and so I decided to just go with these, and I think they're beautiful. They're simple. I like the soft tone color, and I think they're gonna look just pop on my porch. I do have this rug, which I may put it out there. I'm not sure yet. And then I got this from Goodwill. Oh, these I got from Dollar Tree also, and I think they're beautiful for Dollar Tree. I did get this because I do need a hook for my wreaths. I have a wreath that I want to put out there on that door. I may take this thing off, see how it comes like that, but I did get this at Goodwill, and we got it for $1.19. Let me show you what else I got at Goodwill. I got this thing at Goodwill for my dog's bowls. I've got to clean it up. Hopefully that he's gonna love it, but I do like the way the color scheme, and I think it's gonna look just really cute right there where his bowls are. Okay, I have 20 of these chiles, and I'll put the name in here because I don't know how to pronounce it. I have 4 of these chiles and 3 chile anchos. These are the only ones I know how to say. This is my salsa for the tamales. This is the broth that's left over from the pork that I cooked yesterday. This is the lard that I'm using for now because I have like 4 of these buckets already from last year. I'm going to use the lard from here for my masa. I just got to scoop it out, and then I'm going to use the broth also for my masa. There's the masa over there. I have my corn husks soaking. They've been soaking all day in this bowl in very hot water. Our water gets really, really hot. These are my tomatillos, which is what I'm going to cook and blend with these chiles, and of course with my garlic. I have more garlic, but I'm going to peel those. I have some red tomatoes just because I want to try another batch of chile with red tomatoes and see the flavor of that. Here's some dry corn husks that I may end up using tonight. I don't know. I have this ready. nice and clean. This is from my batch last night that I didn't use. This is also what's left over from yesterday's tamales. I have the water boiling. Yesterday was a really late night. I was really sleepy. It's about 4:30 today, so I think I got a good start. I already have my meat done. That's what took a long time yesterday, is that I had to start like everything yesterday. So my meat's already done. I'm gonna pull it out and start warming it up. Um, I think the first thing that I'm gonna do is pull out the meat, warm it up, and then I'm gonna start on my masa, because the mixing is no joke. It is a lot of work. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that prepared, and then I'll share with you um, the ingredients that I'm using for the masa, which, by the way, turned out so good. It turned out really, really good. Right, baby? Yes. The whole family loved it. I'm so proud of myself. I felt very happy. Okay, let me go ahead and get into getting everything else out. Okay, let me just share with y'all what I have here. So I have 4 cups of maseca for tamales. 4 cups of that. I have 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I have 1.5 teaspoons of salt, which this may change. Just depends on the flavor. And then I have 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, ground cumin. I have 1 cup of lard that I'm about to whip up really, really nice and smooth. And then I have my 20 chili pods. I'll put the name here. I have 3 chile anchos, and then I have 4 of these little baby ones. These are very spicy, pero picosa is what they say. And I have leftover sauce from last night's batch. Now this lard is actually not this one. I am using this from the leftover of the juice that I obtained from the juice from the pork that I cooked yesterday. This is what's left over. So I don't like to throw anything away. I like to use everything that I can. Everything that you see here is what I'm about to use for the masa, to the tamale. And so the only thing that I will not be using, which is what I learned yesterday, is the stem and the seeds of these chili pods. Yesterday I soaked these just like this, and it was really hard to get the seeds out. And so today what I'm going to do is remove the stem and the seeds as much as I can before I soak them, because the water is already ready. It's, as you can see, it's starting to boil. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the stems and the seeds. But I just wanted to give y'all a little view of what I'm working with. These are being cleaned. These are being soaked. And then here, oh, this is also going to be used for the masa. Everything I'm going to be mixing will be in here except the lard. I will not be mixing the lard in there, I don't think. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, here's the stem. I'm just going to basically take it off. And because it's dry, I think it's going to be easier to take them out. I have not watched anybody do this. I'm just kind of thinking common sense and how hard it was yesterday when it was wet. So you can hear the seeds are all dry up in there. So let's go ahead and try to see. They're just going to come right out. This is so much easier than what I did yesterday. Yesterday I literally had to cut them open and I had to scrape them out, but they were mushy because they were already boiled. So we're going to save us some time today. And I'm hoping that I'm going to have to vacuum because some of them went to the floor. I don't want Carlos to get any of the seeds. But this definitely is much easier, I feel like. Oh yeah. Let me show you. This is what the seeds attach to. So I've got to do this for 20 of these. Let's go. Okay, I've basically opened it, and so now I'm just gonna kind of brush it down. These are not spicy, and so I'm not too worried about touching the seed. And there we go. It's empty for the most part. There'll be a couple of stragglers, but for the most part it's empty. And now I'm going to drop it in our boiling water. I'm gonna put these in first because the tomatoes will just literally disintegrate. So I'm gonna cook these a little bit before I throw the tomatoes in there. Okay, there's all the seeds. Some of them fell, so I'm gonna have to vacuum because we do not want this guy to get a hold of them. But now they are boiling. I'm about to top this off, and then in about 5 minutes I'm going to add the tomatoes. Lard is going in. I'm gonna let this get real nice and whippy, lotion-like consistency. I'm going to let it whip up for about 5 minutes. About to rain, and I am so thankful we need it. My bushes need it. Okay, this is the actual, this is the actual consistency that we want. It's like lotion. Very whipped up. See? Very much like lotion. Now I'm gonna warm up the water so I can throw it all in there. Adding all of my dry ingredients, and then I'm just gonna mix it up. Real nice. So I've got my 4 cups of masa. I've got my 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, ground cumin. I have 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and that is it. I may add more salt later. It just depends on the flavor once it's all mixed up in the KitchenAid. But right now, okay, I think it's pretty mixed up very well. Now I'm going to add the liquid. 1 cup of liquid to 1 cup of 1 cup of liquid to 1 cup of what is this? Masa. 1 cup of powder to 1 cup of wet ingredient. Okay, so right now we have 1 cup of lard already in the mixer. So I'm going to just add 1 cup of this first, and then 1 cup of water. Okay, this is pretty much a cup. It's kind of hard doing both. Oh, it's not mixed up. Y'all saw that cumin? I want to share with y'all, this is the meat from yesterday that I had cooked from my first batch. I did 2 of these. I had 2 great big huge pork butts that I had roasted. This is the other part of it, and so it's cold right now and it's hard. So that I don't, mess up the flavor, what I'm doing is I have poured some of the broth, which is oily, some of the broth that I have left over from that pork cooking, I have poured it in this, ow, whoop, hot. I have poured it in this right here. You can see I've coated a thin layer around the bottom. What I'm going to do is let it come to a little kind of sizzle. Once it starts sizzling, I'm going to add this into here to warm it up, because what I don't want is to dry this up. It's already dry because it's cold. Of course, once it heats up, the juices will start, softening and melting. But I also don't want to mess up the flavor. And so I have, my masa is ready. I have 1 batch here. It's a little bit colder than I would like. So I'm going to warm up another cup of this liquid really, really hot. to where it's almost like flowing over, and I'm going to pour it on top of this along with some more manteca, and I'm just going to massage it through just so that I can get it down to the temperature that I want. Because it's cold, it's thick and hard. This is manteca that, or lard, sorry, lard that I have had left over from the meat. This is the last of that lard, and so I'm going to utilize this with this masa, just so that, because you can see it, it's just hard. I don't like the way it's going to be hard for me to spread, and to me it's too dry. You want like a, I've heard that you want like a peanut butter texture, which is what it looks like. I just don't like mine that dry. I like to have it a lot more smoother than this. It feels more grainy, and I don't like that. So I feel like one more small cup of this, really, really hot, and the lard will bring it to the consistency that I want. And then of course I'll taste it, and I have my salt here and my cumin here if I need to add any of that. So let me go ahead and get this. When I mixed this, I did a 1 cup of lard. I whipped it up really, really soft until it was like a lotion consistency, like what I just showed you. And then I added, sorry for the dryer, I have like laundry going, dishes going, football going, all the things, decoration going. Let me show y'all my table really quick. I want to do a little fall decorating with me, and so I just decorated this. I actually got this pillow. Today's Sunday, yesterday was Saturday. My neighbors across the street had a garage sale. I got this pillow and this one from them, and oh my gosh, I love the way it looks on our table. I just love the way it looks on the bench. We don't really eat at this table yet because I don't have chairs right here. I would like to get an outdoor rug, and I would also like to get chairs to go on this end, but I just thought that this little decoration was just, I love very minimal decor, as you can see. And I just love the way this looks. I love that it's not busy. It's very simple, and it makes me really happy. Okay, let's get back into laundry. All the things. So once, okay, this is actually ready. It's steaming up, so it's ready for me to add the meat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But as I made this, I did 1 cup of powder and 1 cup of liquid, and I just kept alternating it until it was all added together, and then I just mixed it in the mixer for about 10 minutes. It's not ready, so let me go ahead and start working on it. What I want to share with you is that this weekend is, can't remember if this is my first or my second. I think it's my first weekend trying out my own recipe. I have since made 3 more batches, and so I'm not going to leave this recipe in the description because I change it up every time. I just change it up every time. So you'll have to play it back if you want to try the measurements that I suggested. You'll have to play it back to get it. But yes, I do change it every now and then. Okay, y'all. Ow! I keep burning myself. Okay, after all of that work, dishes are all clean. These are drying up. I also have these drying up because I'm not using them. Of course, I don't need them. Dishes are clean. These are the chilies I got to get them cool. I am not going to blend these right now, chilies and tomatillos, because it's already 9:30 and I am tired. I have my garlics here. These are going to get blended up together, which I'll probably save these for tomorrow. I still have more meat to make tamales tomorrow. All of this is clean. These are getting dried. Kitchen is clean, shut down. I am done and done. I'm so tired. It is Sunday night. It is 9:30. I'm not going to get a bath. I'm really sleepy. But the goal is to make 15 dozen every weekend until January, which will give us a good extra chunk of change. Right, baby? Yeah. We plan to sell them for $15 a dozen. And if I can make 15 times 15, how much is that? No idea. No idea. We're so tired. We can't think. But I'm going to turn these on medium low. Let them boil for one more hour. They've already been boiling for a whole hour. I'm going to let them boil for one more hour. Turn them off. By the morning, I can wrap them up, and I already have 7 dozen requested. I'm excited. I'm tired. It's a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it. Saved myself a lot of money learning how to. This weekend was just learning how to make my own masa and my own chili. Definitely learned a lot this weekend. I learned a lot. I learned how much masa I need to make. I learned how much each 2 packs of pork makes. I learned that the chili pods need to be, the seeds and the stems need to be removed before I start boiling and soaking them. I learned that I can at least make, if not 15, 14 dozen every weekend. Now the goal is to find out where I can buy this pork meat at the lowest price. The store that I went to was ridiculous. So I'm going to venture out this week and try to price Costco, Sam's, and Winco pork roasts to find out which one's the cheapest. My goal is to stock up as many as I can, Lord willing, so that on Wednesdays I can defrost them. Thursdays I can cook them overnight, and Fridays I can make at least 7 dozen, and Saturdays 7 more dozen. I am tired. It is a lot of work, but definitely worth the $15 a dozen for sure. Would you say that, right, baby? 15 dozen? I am tired. My face says it all, but these are so delicious. They're really good. I believe that they're a lot more moist than the ones that I was making before. And I don't see myself going back to my old recipe. I think that this is the one for me. It saves me a lot of money. If I can commit to at least $25 to pay for the pork, I would say $30 a weekend. I can make that up within the 15 dozen. So that's my goal. Spend no more than $30 on the pork, the corn huffs, and I already have all the manteca that I need and the powder. But I'm tired. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video. I am so sleepy. Oh my gosh. I'm sleepy.